Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In case you haven't noticed, ever since Made for This got nerfed into the ground, and well, actually even before Made for This got nerfed, people have been complaining about Distortion, and not only just Distortion, but just stealth players in general. Whether it's on Twitter, Reddit, or the DBD forums, people are saying things like, rework Distortion, fuck stealth gameplay, nerf Distortion and Shadow Step. Hiding the entire time is boring, and Distortion only encourages that. Distortion's current state essentially makes you invincible to aura reading for the entirety of the game. Aura reading perks are already generally a non-meta pick for killer. It's no wonder aura reading on killers is so rare. Really? Aura reading perks are rare for killers to use? Okay. Behavior can nerf the perks that encourage excessive hiding, and give killer better ways to find survivors that are excessively hiding. Behavior can also nerf lockers so it's not blocking auras and screaming. These are things behavior could be doing. Maybe the future reworks of Mangled and Hemorrhage could turn those status effects from anti-healing to anti-stealth. Okay, alrighty. Since this is becoming such a hot topic, I've been getting asked a lot as a killer main, what are my thoughts on Distortion? Do I feel like it needs a nerf? Do I feel like stealth gameplay needs a nerf or needs to be reworked in some way so that people aren't able to play as stealthy? And I shared my thoughts on this during one of my recent streams, so here you go. Really nothing, huh? Some stealthy survivors. There we go. I'm not getting very much darkness revealed value on this map, which is surprising. We did have a dual Distortion. That's why we were struggling with the auras. Sorry, I'm gonna go on another potential rant here. It's another DBD fucking Twitter thing. Why is everybody freaking out about A, Distortion, and B, stealth players? Why the fuck are people mad that people play stealthy? Wah, it's boring. Bitch, it's a 4v1 asymmetrical horror game. You're telling me there can't be stealth in a horror game where your objective is to hide and run from a killer and you don't want fucking stealth? Get over yourself, you absolute fucking doofuses. God. Every time I see someone bitching about Distortion or stealth players, I'm like, what game do you think this is? You don't want stealth in an asymmetrical horror game where your whole objective is to evade, escape, and hide from the killer, but no stealth? Oh, golly. What'd you walk into? Oh, I'm just ranting about people on Twitter who rant about Distortion needing a rework, or rant about survivors playing too stealthy, complaining that stealth needs to be nerfed. I'm like, are you shitting me?
The issue is that the stealth people never take chase, leading to the rest of the team always getting found first, which is only a problem now because they don't have anything else to complain about.
So they're complaining about stealth people because they don't take chase. Well, guess what? Some people aren't as good in chase. Some people's best strategy is to not take chase. You want the the players who are good in chase, you want those people to take chase. If people know that they're better off being stealthy and hiding because it wastes the killer's time, then that is 1,000,000% valid, and that's what you should do. Why would you want players who aren't confident in chase getting in chase? They're going to go down in less than 30 seconds and they're going to die very quickly, and then you won't have a teammate on gens. So why not have stealthy players wasting the killer's time because they can't find them, and then when the killer gives up, they do gens? What is wrong with that? That sounds, I would love to have those teammates. Are you kidding me? Would you rather those players get fucking chased when they don't want to be and then they go down right away because they're not that great in chase? No, let them hide. Let them be stealthy. If that's what they're good at. You have the cocky players who want chase, and then you have, you know, people who are stealthy. Like, there's different play styles in this game, dude. Not everybody wants to take chase. God damn. People need to get a grip. The reason Distortion is so hot is because there's so many killers running nowhere to hide, and Darkness Revealed, or Barbecue and Chili, or Floods of Rage. Like, there's a lot of really good killer aura perks. But God forbid survivors run a perk that counters it. What an absolute ridiculous thing to complain about. I'm mad that this survivor is using a perk that counters my perk. Only my perk should be valid, not their perk. Dude, what on earth? Are both of these blocked? Yeah, they're all blocked. Oh my god, guys, I brought Deja Vu, but this killer is bringing a perk that counters my perk. Holy shit, man. What a boring killer, man. The killer's not supposed to bring perks. See how silly that sounds? So there you go. That pretty much sums up my thoughts on the whole thing. I think it's incredibly silly. I don't know why this community always has to find the silliest things to bitch about. There are certain situations where, you know, stealth can be annoying, especially I will say that maybe if there's 2 survivors left and they're having like a standoff for the hatch and you as the killer just have to run around the whole map to finally, you know, pull one out of a locker by chance. You know, situations, rare situations like that can be kind of annoying, but that's just the nature of the game. Like I mentioned, it's a horror game. It's an asymmetrical horror game. This is not anything like what in the world do you want people to do? They're meant to hide from the killer. There are plenty of perks that encourage stealth gameplay, and it's always going to be in this game because that's the kind of game it is. I don't know what kind of game you silly gooses want this to be, but please, for the love of God, just let this stuff go. Let people play with different play styles. Let people be stealthy if they want to. My God. So many of you want this game to be so one-dimensional. Like, oh, this is one play style that you have to use as killer. This is one play style you have to use as survivor. And if you venture out and do other things or do different builds or try different stuff, then you're playing the game wrong, and that is not okay. Just get over yourself, okay? Play the game the way you want to play the game and let other people play the game the way they want to play the game and just leave it at that. I also think in general, people should stop complaining so much when people bring perks that counter their perks. I mean, that's kind of the fucking point. People bring perks that help them out and you might not get value from yours because someone brought a perk to counter yours. I can't tell you how many times somebody has used adrenaline in my face during chase, but I have no ed, so I just immediately fucking tap them into the ground, and it's hilarious every time. It's always going to be like that. There's always going to be perks that counteract each other, and it might happen. That's the nature of the game. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm sure that not one single person on Twitter is going to be mad about anything I said in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.